sparkly little unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell, I have wallpapered my wall. It's amazing. I'm so excited. I'm in love. Unicorns. What else can I say? So today we are going to be talking about what worked and what didn't, my W.W.W.D for Glossy Box March. So I have been testing these products all week and I've taken you along with me this time. So I will be inserting footage of what I did, what I tried, and the process of trying it, and then we'll chat about my final thoughts on each product here today. So without further ado, let's talk about these products. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the Mud Masky face mask. This is an overnight mask. I have never used an overnight mask before, and this actually kind of scared me. I was a little bit worried that it would be all over my pillow. So this says it's repairing, hydrating, rejuvenating, smoothing, and protecting. So basically you have to wash your face and hands, apply a thin layer to your face, leave the mask on during the night for at least 5 hours, maximum 10 hours, remove mask in the morning with warm water, and finish with cold water. It's goopy. It's on my face. It's pleasant smelling. That's a plus. If this is going to be on my face all night, it's pleasant smelling. Okay, so I leave this on during the night for at least 5 hours or maximum 10 hours. Remove mask in the morning with warm water. Finish with cold water. Use every night. I've never used a mask that you use every night. I don't know. We'll see. See you in the morning. Okay, the first thing I can say about this mask is that my face is starting to itch quite badly, and I know if I itch it, then the mask will come off.
No itch.
Oh, it's itching so bad. After the first night, I didn't see any difference, any improvement, or any negative anything really. Good morning. It's about 6:30. I'm gonna wash this mask off. There was nothing to really shout about or anything, but I'd only used it once. This does state that you should use this nightly, every night before going to bed. So we moved on to day 2. Okay, so it's night 2 of using this Mud Masky overnight mask. I have noticed I'm getting a spot here. I think one's coming up on my nose, and I think one's coming up around here. Whether that's this, I don't. Goodbye. Whether that's this, I'm not 100% sure, but we will put on another layer of it for this evening. Okay, so we've got it on again. My face is feeling extremely tight and itchy again, and I'm really struggling keeping this on my face. As I said, I have some spots coming, and it's just I just want to itch my entire face, which isn't right. We'll see if there's any changes tomorrow. Don't see any difference in my skin or any benefits. I mean, it is possible that this mask is drawing all of those impurities out of my skin, so I will be getting spots, but we'll have to see. Now, in the morning of day 2, I had broken out with spots again. Hello, it's day 2 of using the Muddy Masky. It's about 7:30. Lying. And I'm just about to wash it off. Definitely getting a spot here, as you can see. Spot here has arisen. My skin is not looking great. Not enjoying these spots at all. See you for day 3. By day 3, I was fed up. My face was breaking out. It was super itchy, and I just didn't enjoy it. By that point, my face had broken out again. Now, there is always the argument that it was pulling out all of the impurities and that my face was detoxing, if you will, but it seemed every night a new spot was coming up every time I used it. I gave it a break and my skin has calmed down again. So I do think that this was not great for me. The RRP of this is £61. Now, for someone who probably isn't prone to breakouts, I didn't see any improvement in redness. My face, I think the main thing to note that this is meant to be repairing and hydrating and pH balanced. I broke out in spots, and my face was so dry from using it. It was awful, and I have an oily face, not exactly hydrating. That was my reservation with using this, because I have such an oily face. Like, do I want to be putting more hydration on my face? Actually, it dried my face out. So yeah, for £61 for me, this was not good for my skin. Comment below if you really loved this and it really worked for you, and maybe it's just my skin and my pH balance, whatever, that it just didn't agree with. But unfortunately for me, you know, this is like 1 peach out of 5, and I give it 1 because I really enjoyed trying something different. I will say it didn't go everywhere. It dries down to your skin, and you see there was no residue anywhere. It didn't feel like I was wearing a mask. You know, it was very sleep friendly, which you hope with it being a sleep mask. The next thing we have is the Orizara, I still can't say it, Beauty Warm Nude Lipstick. Now, I absolutely love the packaging of this. It's very matte, and this is described as a velvet ribbon lipstick range, and it has a weightless semi-matte and satin finish. Now, you guys know I hate anything glossy or gloss or anything like that. I'm just not on board with it. I am a liquid lip kind of girl, but matte lipsticks I will always try. What? This brand. I still love the packaging. It feels like suede and I love that. Here is the colour. Like I said, it's a super natural makeup day. This is literally all that I'm wearing. Now, I always go on with foundation on my lips to help my lipstick set, so that may affect the colour. Obviously this is darker, so it might make it look a little bit lighter. It's not that slidey, it's not that sticky. I think I might be able to deal with this. It's obviously a very, very, very neutral colour right now, which I'm not sure whether I like it. I might try this again tomorrow without foundation on my lips, just to make it a tiny bit darker, because this actually is a little bit too light for me. So, the first test. Drink of water, will it come off? As you can see, there, it is all over it. Has it come off the lips? No, it's not come off the lips. So it did dry down matte, and I really, really like the colour. It is so close to my natural lip colour, if you will, that it looked like I was just wearing nothing. So I did this 2 ways. The first time I put my foundation over and then put it on, and it was more like this colour here. But then when I tried it without the foundation and just over my lips, it genuinely looked like I died. Like my lips, it just... The thing is, I really, really enjoyed this lipstick. It did come off, but again, that's what you get with the lipstick. I wasn't surprised. It did feel very luxurious, very hydrating, yet still quite matte at the same time. I really, really enjoyed this lipstick being a lipstick, you know, but the colour, unfortunately for me, was not right. Absolutely love the packaging. So for that, I'm going to give this 3 peaches out of 5, because I think the formula is great. I think the packaging is very stylish. I think it is lovely. Just unfortunately the colour wasn't right for me, and I don't like lipstick, but that's not their fault. Okay, so the next thing we have is the Apicea Blush Cream Blush. Now, if you watched my Glossy Box Unopening, this isn't actually anywhere on my little card. I actually got this beforehand in a previous box not that long ago. I have not used this because I've already done a huge review on it, like a full video just dedicated to this, and I will link that below for you and you can see what I thought to it. I will quickly summarise that I'm not a big cream blush fan. This is the best cream blush I've ever used, but you'll have to go and watch that video to sort of get the ins and outs of it. Like I said, I couldn't tell you the price point because it's not here. A bunch of you guys have commented and got in touch with me saying that you've had repeats and that your boxes were really late, and it's just not like them. So I don't know what's happened in the world of Glossy Box when I called them, because mine hadn't had any notification. I usually get a, oh, you've paid, it'll be dispatched soon. I didn't get that. It hadn't been dispatched. There was like no anything. So when I called them, they said, oh, because of the snow, we've been so backed up. And I think it was just a case of throwing things in boxes, if I'm perfectly honest, to just get the products out. So a little bit disappointed with that, as I've already had it, but what are you gonna do? Next I'm gonna talk about is the Fig and Rouge Primer. This is a soft focus pore perfect HD, a weightless matte serum designed to minimise the appearance of pores. So I tried this as a primer. I absolutely love the packaging of this. It is so cute, so adorable, totally my aesthetic. Pinks and golds and soft, and you know, really, really like it. Love the name, Figs and Rouge. Oh, okay, so it's like a pink colour as well, as you can see there. I don't know whether you can see. It doesn't smell of anything. It's very liquidy, very, very, very liquidy. So I'm going to concentrate on my nose because that's the problem area of mine for makeup staying. Here is quite an issue, and also my forehead needs a little bit more. So I probably used about 2 pea-sized amounts. It feels tight, I will say I feel like my foundation is sitting on the top of my skin rather than melding into it, which I don't know whether it's a good or a bad thing right now. I'll be back when I've done my face. Okay, so I've done my makeup and I haven't powdered yet, but it has made my skin look quite dry, I must say. It's very, very matte, extremely matte, and I haven't even put in my banana setting powder yet. I did like the way my concealer went on. Obviously this is the best concealer in the world, the Urban Decay Naked Skin, but it just seems to have sat better and made me look brighter and more awake, so I do think it's helped with that. However, as you can see, my skin looks really dry. I'm gonna go ahead and powder and set this and see what it looks like after that. Okay, that is my face set now. I do think the powder has sort of made a bit more coverage on my skin. I am going in with a lighter coverage today, so maybe that's it. It still looks really, really dry, so maybe I need to go in with a bit of a, make sure I moisturise a little bit more than I normally would. Okay, so it's the end of the day and my makeup has pretty much stayed on. A bit on my nose has obviously like come off a bit as it normally does. Do I see any difference between this and any other primer or not wearing a primer with this foundation? Not really. I feel like today my skin looks a lot drier. This primer was okay, it was alright. Was it amazing? It was. I've had better primers. I think that's the easiest thing to say. I've had better primers. The price point of this is £35. This is full size, but I will give this 4 peaches, no, 3 peaches. 3 peaches out of 5 because I love the packaging, I love the idea of it, and it did work, just not incredible. And so we come to the last item of my March's Glossy Box. So this is the Makeup Drop Makeup Sponge Applicator. It's a silicone sponge basically. Now I've been wanting to try one of these forever and I've just never got around to buying it. So the fact I got one in my Glossy Box, I was really, really excited. Now I have seen so many mixed reviews on these, and by mixed reviews I mean I have seen so many people who are clearly sponsored or advertising for these products saying it's amazing, it's fantastic, and then the reviews are saying this does not work at all, not even a little bit. Saying goodbye to product waste. A hygienic silicone applicator for applying your base. The appeal of this is that you do not waste any product at all. Because it is just silicone, you just put it under hot water and sanitize it, and then it's so easy to clean. We all know when we have our beauty blenders, our Real Technique sponges, or whatever sponges we use, it takes a long time to clean them, and we have to clean them very, very frequently if we want to keep them the same colour as in which they arrived, which actually never really happens. So product usage, product wastage is minimal to nil, so it claims. Now I had seen a few reviews on this, and instead of pressing it like you would with a normal sponge, you would swipe and then press it in. So that's what I did. This is the sponge that I usually use to apply my makeup, and this is the silicone sponge. It feels like gummies or a breast implant.
How many breast implants have you had?
None, but I don't even know which way round it's meant to be. We'll do that. Tiny bit. I primed my face. Okay. Swipe. So I've swiped, and as you can see it's come off completely clean. I wonder if I did that the wrong way around. Let's try it that way. That might be better. And then tap. This is weird. As you can see, it's like making indentations on my face. I don't know whether I'm using it the right way. A little bit goes a long way though. I don't know whether just smearing is a better approach.
To be honest, dabbing doesn't seem to do well. Looks like you've got hella goosebumps.
It's not covering very well.
In terms of coverage though, are you using more or less than you normally would so far?
So far, I don't know, I've had to go back in 3 times, haven't I? It's weird, it hurts. Like it's not bouncing off my face, it's just solid hitting my face. It seems to be taking longer to buff in. Look at my forehead. Is that because I use too much product? I feel like as well it's not really covered in my face very well. Okay, so we're gonna go in with my sponge. I just think this is so much quicker. But is that just because I know how to use it? I feel like it's not gone around my nose properly. But then you see this.
Wrinkly.
Yeah, there. Doing that. That going in the corner of your eyes. That's not going to be good, is it? Right, next thing. Concealer. 1, 2, 3, 4, swipe. 1, 2, 3, 4, swipe.
You do war paint.
That's basically what it is. Blend, damn it! Ow! The little ridge is getting in my eye. Oh my god. Sorry, can you see?
Just about.
Ow. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. Sponge. Done. Final opinions, Mark.
It's a bit caked on the left.
I mean, from a distance, I don't think you can tell much difference. Like, if you were stood, like, a normal distance away from me, that's not a normal distance. Like, that would be a normal distance of speaking to someone. I feel like it's not too bad. But if you zoom even, like, there, you can see the cakey, it's stuck to all my pores, it's not really covered properly, and, it's painful. And although I got it to blend a lot better than I've seen some people do, like, I didn't struggle with it as much as some did, it did put the foundation into my skin. I felt like I had to keep going back for more product because the way it was pressing into my skin, it was pressing in too much, if that makes sense. So I felt like actually on the side of my face that I used this, I used more product. It definitely went into every pore. In some places it sat on my skin rather than, like cake face. It just didn't seem to blend like it normally would. Then on the other side of my face, like it just looked normal and blended and flawless and just looked so much better. The other issue I had, as we can see, the top of this little bit here, it's got this little plasticky rim and I don't think it could come off because I just don't think it does. So putting that in the corner of your eyes, I really struggled to blend my concealer because this kept jabbing me in the eye. So not only did it not blend brilliantly, it hurt my eye. Still not sure what the appeal of this. But I will say that when I'd finished with it, I washed it and it was super clean and looking brand new again. That I absolutely loved, and if you're a hygiene freak, then it's great. But unfortunately the blending, although I felt like it blended better than I've read in some people's reviews and blended better than I initially anticipated it to do, it still didn't blend as well as my beauty sponges. But I will say it feels quite satisfying, more like a stress sponge. Will I use this again? Yes, I'm gonna keep persevering with this and I will update you if I've managed to find a technique where it works better. But as of right now, I'm giving this 2 peaches out of 5 because yes, I loved the cleanup of it, I loved the feel of it, but unfortunately I was completely unable to blend my concealer correctly and it just didn't blend flawlessly on the skin. The RRP of this is £14.50, so would I pay £14.50 to be jabbed in the eye? No. Sorry. Okay guys, so that's it. That was my W.W.W.D, what worked and what didn't for. It crackled and I'm scared that I'm going to be set on fire. I'm worried about my little pom-poms. So that's it guys, that is my W.W.W.D, what worked and what didn't for March's Glossy Box. I've not been too impressed this month, I'm sorry Glossy. I love Glossy Box, but this month I've just not been impressed. I got a repeat, it was super late, and I know weather and stuff, you can't help that. A lot of the products made me break out. Thank you so much for watching guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell because that way you'll be updated every single time I upload a new video. Thank you so for more, what? God, when will I ever get these outros right? Thank you so much for being here with me today guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.